Hi, I'm Dr. Sharon Lark, and today with me I have Julissa. Julissa came in because she's having some upper back pain, and we did exam and x-rays and actually found on x-ray that her neck, which should have a normal curvature from front to back, actually has a reverse curvature in it. So it's putting a lot of stress, and it's actually starting to make changes in her spine that are pushing towards arthritis. Her mid-back, we've got some areas that are stuck, and in her lower back, we found that her right leg was shorter than her left, which was throwing her hips off and rotating her pelvis, which she'd also mentioned she has some hip pain on the left side that's plagued her for quite a bit too. So she's going to get her first adjustment, and we're going to check out all these complaints, including some rib and also ankle pain. So may I have you go ahead and lay on your stomach?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you have a lot of tension up and through here.
Mm-hmm.
Does it hurt usually up in here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh. Is that tender?
Mm-hmm.
It's really tight. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I am right-handed.
Okay, because you actually have more muscle over here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, down here
Mm-hmm.
too. And then you said your left hip, is it more in here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How about over here at all?
Oh, that's good.
That's good?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is called your sacroiliac joint. And your hips, they're supposed to move and work through here, so that's not moving. So let me check sacrum. Did you hear that? You feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So your sacrum just adjusted. Okay. We're going to come up here and see if we can get some movement through this upper back. That was good. All right, let's check here. Nice. Oh, good. Really good. Okay, I'm going to have you go ahead and sit up. I'm going to have you face away from me. Go ahead and
This
have
way?
Yep, have a seat. Go ahead and sit up.
Good.
Got it. All right. So with the head forward that you have, that tends to bring the neck kind of at an angle. And what we don't want is we don't want to develop that hump right there, especially as you get older. So this area tends to get compressed with that head forward. So what I'm going to have you do is we're going to get that adjusted. Go and bring your hands up behind your neck and interlace your fingers so that they're like this, but behind your neck. I'm sorry. Right, like perfect. Bring your elbows back. Great. And it's going to feel like I'm wrestling with you. Ooh. How'd that feel?
Yeah, that felt really good.
So that opened this area up that's been congested and kind of compressed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to have you go ahead and lay on your stomach. I'm sorry, on your back. Yep, so your face up. Perfect. So go ahead and scoot up just a little bit. So one thing I'm going to check is you mentioned that you had some rib area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to check down here. And actually your rib cage is pretty even. On some patients, if they've been in a car accident, you know, a lot of times the seat belt can hold one side back and it kind of twists. So your rib cage is actually pretty good, so we don't need to work on that.
Okay.
So I'm going to come up here. Ooh, you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
I know you said the left side hurt more, but we definitely have that over here. Okay. Ooh, this upper.
Mm-hmm. I feel that now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to stretch and put movement in so that it moves a little more easily. Good. Okay. Do you feel it's easier to turn to your left or to your right? Or about the same?
About the same.
Okay. Yeah, your movements seemed about the same. Okay, so we're going to get right up at the top here. This first vertebrae that was stuck. Nice. That was good. We're going to be turning the power on and letting the brain and the body connect. Ooh, I definitely feel. Yeah. Okay, so let's. Nice. That was great. Okay. Can you tell the difference when I touch it? Not as sensitive.
So good.
All right, so we're going to get this mid back because we did get some movement, some good movement going up it, but a lot of times the vertebrae can move forward, which is a little bit different. Did you feel that one?
That felt so good.
Good. So what we're going to do, because you do have the hip hurt, and you did water polo, right?
Yeah.
Okay, one of the problems with water polo is they do something called egg beaters, right? So you're always going back and forth. In doing that, it puts a lot of stress on your hips. What else puts stress on your hips is if you ever push or move things with your feet. I don't know if you ever do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
You want to stop.
Yeah.
Because that puts, what happens, your pelvis is a ring and it wraps around. You've got your pubic bone in front, and then you've got your sacroiliac joints in back, which is kind of where you have some pain too. When you push and move something, it can misalign that. It will cause your hip to hurt. So even if we adjust your back, if we're not getting that sacroiliac joint and that pubis lined up, you're always going to have that pain. It makes it hard to cross your legs, and things like that. They'll always feel off. So we're going to check and bring your feet up here. What I'm going to have you do is go ahead and squeeze your knees in together. Don't let me pull apart. So squeeze. Good. Any pain or discomfort?
No.
Good. So I'm going to bring your legs out. And I'm going to have you turn on your side and face me this direction. So one of the things with sleeping, because you said you have trouble sleeping.
Yeah.
So one is you want good sleeping posture. And so do you sleep on your back, your side, or your stomach?
I sleep on my back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were to sleep on your side, you'd want to have a pillow that keeps you in alignment like this. Bring your shoulder forward so you're not compressing it. And then we're going to, you might even put a pillow between your knees to keep the space there. So let's go ahead and check this low back. Great. That moved awesome. Let's get you on the other side. It's already going. It's ready. Nice.
That felt so good.
So flat on your back. Perfect. Okay. We're going to do a few more adjustments, and one is to really target that first vertebrae. When you bent your head forward, we took those special x-rays, bending head forward, bending head back, your first vertebrae did not move going forward. So with that head forward, it's very heavy, puts a lot of stress through here. If we don't get that first vertebrae moving, all that we do towards getting the rest moving won't really have the full impact. So we're going to use a special tool. It's called a negative Z. If you remember your algebra in high school, we're going along the Z axis of adjusting that first vertebrae. So I'm going to lift this up, and you feel that this is an area that's a little tender, probably. What's going to happen is you're going to just tuck your chin to your chest, and I'm going to push down. Good. I'm going to do that 2 more times. And 1 more time. Perfect. Now you'll probably never say, oh, that's my favorite adjustment. But you'll probably agree it didn't hurt.
No, it didn't.
It's going to be really important. So what I'm going to do is we are going to get to your feet.
Okay.
But if you are sleeping at night, if you can put a towel under your neck like this, how does that feel?
That feels good.
So what we're doing is we're supporting the curve in your neck. Because we want to encourage that curve to come back. Most pillows push your head forward and will keep that head forward position. So if you have a small pillow, you can put something rolled up like this, put rubber bands, slip it in the pillowcase so that it holds and supports. Because you don't want too much. You don't want too much of a pillow. If we put a tiny bit of a pillow underneath you, how's that feel?
Not as comfortable, yeah.
So you can probably lay comfortably with something like this, and it will support you. If you're on your side, go ahead and turn on your side. I'll have you turn that direction. So if I put a pillow here and then put this in your neck, go ahead and rest your head. See how it supports your neck? How does that feel?
Not as great.
Okay, let me lower that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's supporting your neck and your head, as opposed to, if I go ahead and lift your head, if I take this out, see how your neck,
Oh yeah.
it feels abandoned, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So having some support there, having good support the whole night, go and land your back, and then when I raise this up, having good support all night will help you. I'm going to have you go ahead and pull your shoes off. You just keep your socks on. Your head back. Push your head. There we go. Yeah. So tell me about your feet.
So, see how they pop?
Yeah.
I think it's this one, yeah. It like pops a lot when I walk.
Okay.
And sometimes it'll hurt, depending on, like whenever I'm walking on the treadmill, it will pop a lot every time I walk.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, I don't know if anyone can hear that.
Yeah, I heard that. Did you injure it?
Yeah, when I was wrestling and it got pulled on, and so I think that's what caused it.
Okay, so this is your bad one. So I'm going to start with your good one, so I know what good should feel like. And I'm just going to put some movement in. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just kind of traction. You can almost feel that it wants to go in, but it's not there. So what I'm going to do is just gently pull. We have to pull slowly so the body will let go and allow me to set it back in place.
I felt that. That felt good, yeah.
I could hear that too. Okay. What happens is when you have one foot not working right, or one ankle, the other one compensates, and you walk. So sometimes people say, oh, this side hurts or this side hurts, but what actually hurts, what actually is wrong is the other one. But it sounds like you had some injury to this one, but you're compensating with that one too. So that's your fifth metatarsal. That was out of place. There's 206 bones in the body, and a quarter of them are in our feet. So the fact that they have so many bones and they have to move, they can get out of alignment. Oh, I feel that. Nope, not yet.
I feel like coming.
Yeah, the body is like, not quite yet. It's probably been stuck a long time too. Ooh, I felt that open.
Yeah.
Okay. That might be it for today, because it might not.
I felt that, yeah.
Yeah, I could hear a little click in there too. Awesome. Good. Trying to think. You want to make sure that you don't wear things like Vans and Converse, because unfortunately they don't.
I work out in both of those types of shoes.
Especially for working out, you need support. You need some support. You need some arch, because this will drop, and when this drops, it turns your ankle, your knee, and your hip in, so that dropping down puts a lot of stress through here. And eventually, too, you can end up with bunions here by not having this support through here. So that's important. Okay. All right, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and sit you up. Swing your legs over. Take a deep breath in and let it out. How do you feel?
I feel good.
What do you notice?
I notice I can move a lot better my neck, like this way, that way. earlier. My back, I feel so good. Oh my God, I love you. Pop. Did you notice anything different as well? Like as soon as you popped it?
Well, I noticed that I didn't feel the muscle spasms in your neck near as much. It was much more pliable. The muscles have an integrity to them, and you didn't have that tension in there that you did. You adjusted great. So we just need to keep getting things moving, keeping things moving, and restore that curve, and it's going to get even better and better.
How long does that, like how many adjustments does that take?
You know, everyone's a little different, but muscles take about 3 months to heal. Ligaments overall about 9 months. So if we're doing corrective care, it can take anywhere up to a year if we're considering curve correction, much like braces are. So,
okay,
but you started off great. You're going to get a lot of relief. So we'll just continue. If you like this content, please subscribe. And if you have ideas for things that you'd like to see in the future, please let us know. You can make comments and tell us more of what you'd like to see and what you liked about this.